friends. This is Hannah, and I have a fun scrappy play date with Hannah and Alicia video, or Alicia and Hannah, however you want to say it. So today we are going to be using one of our favorite drinks or a drink as inspiration for our layout. And as you can see here, I worked really hard on a background and I hated it. So I'm going to be kind of taking some of the elements off and redoing it. I will say I hardly ever tear up a layout. I usually will just keep it and try to make it work, but I worked all one day and it just was not working, and so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to come back. I did a whole nother layout and then I went back to it, and that was when it kind of started working for me. And I think a lot of it was just I am not used to using dark colors anymore or really, really busy patterns. And I had picked a couple of patterns that I really wanted to use that were quite a bit busier than what I'm used to. So, and not that that's a bad thing. I think it actually is good that you play around with stuff that maybe you don't always do every once in a while. So, and that's part of what this challenge is about. And so, part of what I'm going to be inspired by is coffee, because I love coffee. It's like my favorite drink. I drink it like all the time. I have like a pot every day. It's really bad. And of course, I'm getting to the age now where if I drink it past like dinner time, forget about it. I'm up till like 3 o'clock. So, and not like a productive, oh, I can scrap till 3 because I can't sleep. It's, oh, I scrap till like 12 and then I can't do anything because my brain is numb. So, but I love coffee anyway. So what I'm going to do, because I really wanted to use a stencil, but I wanted to figure out a way to brighten it up. So I decided to use this coffee stain drop stencil with this cracked pistachio. I always have a hard time saying that, and I don't know why, by Tim Holtz, the new ink. And I have a re-inker, so that's what I've been using. I decided to get the re-inker instead. So I don't know. We'll see if it lasts any longer. I use quite a bit of it. So and I really like that the way that this looks on this Maggie Holmes paper. And I picked this one because I thought there was a lot of neutral color as far as the cream in the background, but then there was some pinks and stuff, so it'll help. And I really wanted to use that Good Day Sunshine piece of wood. I found it when I was looking through my stash, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that collection. And now that summer's coming around again, and that has been out for about a year, I thought that it would be fun to use it. And I mean, sunshine or coffee, right? For a day, for that minute that you take a sip. But so I'm just going to use different layers of papers, and I'm looking to see what I think looks good. And I'm using a lot of big layers for some of this, which is a little bit surprising because I usually use a lot smaller layers, but I just really felt like this worked a little bit better for what I was trying to go for, and using some of these patterns that were a little bit busier or darker than what I'm used to using. So, and that paper right there that I'm taping back down is Tim Holtz, and that's from the Ideology collection, and that is part of the travel stuff. I'm not sure how old that is. I know I bought it when I first started scrapping about a year ago, and I believe that it was newer when it came out. And I really love that collection. It's really fun. It's very travel-y, but it's very vintage. And the way I scrap now is not how I started off. And so now it is kind of hard, but I think it works really, really well. That paper has a whole bunch of different state names on it, and behind me in the photo is our wall of license plates. My husband loves to collect license plates, and so we hang them up in our living room, and so you can see them behind. And I just thought it kind of was fun to have all the plates of every state and then the state name. So I thought it was kind of fun. And so I'm going to use some of this coffee break from Prima paper, and because it has more of a vintage feel too, I think that it works really well. So I'm trying to pair some bright colors with some dark colors just to kind of lighten it up. And the Maggie Holmes has that vintage feel, but also has a little bit lighter colors in it as well. So I'm just kind of layering and figuring out different tidbits of what I want to work, what I think works, and everything like that. So, I mean, I really didn't have too much of a plan except for to get this one better than the other one. I mean, I hadn't even gotten to this point. So now I'm going to look through die cuts because I really want to use a whole bunch of die cuts, and I have tons of ephemera pieces from some of the DIY collection and some of the I think it's I'm not sure if it's Style Board or it's one of the Maggie Holmes collections, but I'm not sure which one. And I think it's the one before, so it might be the one before Style Board, but I'm not positive. So I'm just looking through and seeing what colors match, see how I can get them to fit and just kind of look cute. And I actually like that there, but I kind of changed the way I was doing things a little bit. So pretty much I'm going to line all my die cuts along that wood grain photo. And this photo I took last weekend? Yeah, last weekend on Friday. Paper Issues had a scrap and chat online crop on their Facebook page. And so we scrapped and we talked, mostly chatted, but it was really, really fun. And near the beginning, a lot of them, of course, for me, being in Hawaii, it was a lot earlier, and a lot of them were all getting home and dinner time, and so they were all asking, like, what are you drinking? Take a picture of you drinking, just to be kind of fun, so, people had different types of drinks and, some coffee, some tea, some alcoholic drinks, but it was just really fun. It was just a way to kind of like get people to like come out of their shell and just be like, hey, what are you doing? Take a picture of yourself, selfie time. And so it was just a fun little way to kind of warm up everything. And so I thought that this is just kind of funny to see me drinking coffee because that's what I do a lot of the time anyway. But and I thought that this would be a fun way to scrap about myself and, just so later on when my kids get older, they can kind of see, oh yeah, this is what mom did, or these are the things that mom liked to do when we were kids. And as kids, you don't really care what your parents do, but as you get older, it is kind of fun to look back and see what they did when they were first parents or, when they were younger or your age. And so I think that this will be fun, and it'll be fun to look back, after years to come and see just the different things that I used to do and the people that I kind of knew. I mean, I don't name anybody who was in the crop, but I do journal about it. So at this point, I have put down quite a bit of stuff as you hear me rambling. That actually did not take me too long once I got into the flow. So I have that Stampin' Up! Cup, and it's a stamp, and I just pieced it together. I pieced it together a long time ago. I did a whole bunch, and so I thought I would use it since I had it in a whole bunch of the Prima coffee break ephemera pieces, and I have quite a bit of that pack. I haven't used that much, and I think it's because for the most part, even though I love coffee, I really don't scrap about it too much. So, and a lot of them are more antique-y looking. So it just has to fit the style that I'm scrapbooking. So, and there's typewriters in the coffee break one, so I used that in there, and I just thought it was kind of fun because I'm talking about documenting as well. It's not just about me drinking coffee; it's about me scrapping and drinking coffee and stuff. So, and the fun. And I've just had a ton of fun since I've started spending time online with the scrapping community. I mean, it's such a great motivation and a great inspiration. And I mean, I don't know what I would do without them now. I've met so many great ladies and scrappers and crafters, and it's just I'm really thankful that I've been able to meet people, and I'm able to have relationships with them, and stuff. And so yeah, so it's just really fun to be able to scrap that part of my life, even though it might not seem it seems kind of silly, but it is fun. I think it's important for us to scrap about those things that do kind of matter to us, that we do, but it's just kind of something that we do. So I'm going to put some sequins because they had some sequins. Oh, and they also had some metal pieces that were really, really fun, like a little cup and a spoon. And I add those to my layout because I don't know when I'm going to use them. And it was kind of like, oh, I have these, I should use them. So I used the sequins because they had rainbow colored ones, and it just kind of matched with the sunshine. So I just put each color near where it should go. And I'm sorry about that. I was watching crop videos today, or like blog video, or like YouTube videos. So I do that when I scrap sometimes. Sometimes I listen to music too, but I know I was watching a lot of videos, so I did have to I try to cut that stuff out because you guys don't need to see that. So I found an I am tag, and at first I use it, and then I'm like, well, that would be kind of fun to have a file tab up in there. So I do end up putting it there. And I think I put a sticker that says, "This is me." Just kind of, adding some stuff. And I add quite a bit of die cuts and stuff. So I'm going to add the date stamp in 3 places. That by the 3rd time you can barely see it, but that's okay. And then I know I'm going to add my journaling. Oh, yeah. So I'm adding scrap and chat because that's what my title is going to be, because that's when I took this picture, and that's what I'm scrapping about the fact that I was scrapping. And that was just really fun. I think I stayed up pretty late, even though a lot of the ladies had already went to bed, but I actually got I finished a layout, but in one night with the challenge and all the talking that we were doing, I'm surprised that I got anything done. I mean, isn't that how it is, right? You talk half the time and you don't spend the time. So, before we get to a close, because I know that this video is not it's not super long, I want to remind you guys to go and check out Alicia Tillman's video and see what she has come up with. I have no idea what she's come up with. We've been so busy with National Scrapbook Day and all our fun stuff, so we've been chatting here and there, but some weeks we share with each other what we're doing. And I'm going to add some enamel dots just to. So guys, I want to thank you for all you new subscribers who are at my channel. I mean, whoo, I've been getting tons of emails with new subscribers. So I just want to thank you guys for subscribing, and all of you guys who have been here for the long haul. I just want to thank you guys for watching and listening and commenting. I really, really appreciate it. I love sharing with you guys what I'm doing and sharing with you my life. I just want to thank you, because without you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing this, and my life would be so much more boring. So I want to thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot that I was using these stamps from Pink Fresh Studio. They're like these little tiny stamps. They're really, really fun. So I'm going to add the outline, and then after that, you're going to see a whole bunch of close-ups. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!